My name is Madison Kittleson. I'm head of the science department, and I also teach 6th grade science. In MYP, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, students take grade level science, and each unit has some pieces of chemistry, biology, physics, and earth and space science within it. Once students get to upper MYP, or grades 9 and 10, they take a full year of science, but it's split up into 3 trimesters, 1 trimester of physics, 1 of chemistry, and 1 of biology. And then in DP, they have the option of 4 different sciences: DP physics, DP chemistry, DP biology, and DP environmental systems and societies. All of our teachers collaboratively plan the units that they teach. We make sure that from 6th grade all the way through the end of 10th grade for MYP, they're developing those specific science skills that they need throughout to be successful students in DP. Things like analyzing and interpreting data, using and developing models, different things like that that are super important and very specific within the ATLs that we have that are focused on science. In grades 6, 7, and 8, the unit length varies based on how much information is in that unit. For example, in 6th grade, the first unit is thinking like a scientist and developing some very important science skills, but that unit's only a couple of weeks long, whereas the space unit is significantly longer because there's just so much of space that we can't fit that all in a couple of weeks. So it really depends within like what we're talking about and what we're focusing on in that unit for lower MYP. For upper NYP, for those grades 9 and 10, it's a lot more focused on trimester systems. So each content, each subject area, chem, physics, and bio, all get the exact same number of days as best as we can with the school calendar. We start our first big main unit is space, because so many kids love space. So that helps get them into that like excitement and pulls that engagement in right away. And then the next unit that we cover is ecology, which has so many tangible things because we can literally refer to the world around us, even just based on our campus. We can go outside and we can observe different interactions. And then we finish off with energy near the end of the year, which really focuses on building circuits, which is a very fun, like hands-on problem-solving unit, especially when they get to the point that they're building real circuits, because they have to make sure all of the wires actually work. We're very concept-based and really focusing on developing that deep understanding and really focusing as well on those critical thinking skills. Students do experiences that involve labs sometimes. In addition to that, there's a lot of ways that students are interacting and making sense of the content so that they can develop that deeper understanding in a very guided way. It's much more students are working to make sense of these new ideas and are just guided on how to do that by the teachers. There's very little memorization, especially early on, because just memorizing something doesn't really show true understanding. So a lot of what we're focused on is developing that deep understanding, which means on a lot of their summatives, we take all of the resources from class, from their notebook, from different like lab papers or whatever that might be, and we use that information. Sometimes we put it all together for what's going to be important in a smaller, more manageable area that they also then get feedback on, or sometimes they just have access to it. But regardless, we always want to make sure that they can use their resources, because if they don't remember what a certain vocabulary word means, they shouldn't be penalized for not remembering what that word means if they can explain and demonstrate very deep understanding if they're allowed to just look at the definition that they wrote down in their notebook. Be ready to be wrong a lot and be okay with being wrong a lot, because science is about 99% of being wrong and about 1% of finally being right after all the problem solving you've done every time you're wrong.